This is one video I never thought I would make, but here we are. The history of Richard. Now I am aware that some people don't quite know Richard all too well, so I'll explain. Richard is a CP3D original character that was made by CP3D's community. He was also an agent before mysteriously going missing. His appearance is an old blue penguin who uses an older model of the current penguin in CP3D. And the reason he's like this, I'll explain later. But the origin of the Richard character is actually quite interesting. So, like all rooms and room models, there's a placeholder penguin set there for scale. The forest and mine area were no exception. We had placed a placeholder model into the room, but once implementing the room in-game, we forgot to remove the placeholder model. Yeah, pretty dumb. So once people started playing CP3D, people started to notice the model, and it was then given the name Richard by a fan whose name I can't pronounce, but it should be on screen now. They had made a video about Richard, and it garnered a lot of attention from the small community that we had at the time. The placeholder model was then later removed as of the Halloween party of 2018, and fans, of course, gave backlash. And after the Halloween party, the model was put back in. Richard now has an invisible barrier around him, preventing players from going too close to him. And then Richard was later removed from the room as of May 6th of 2019 when the room got updated. After Richard was removed, staff didn't think much of Richard, or the penguin itself, until the idea came up of Richard being fully realized as a character within CP3D. Listening to the community and turning their ideas into reality is key in Club Penguin's success, and this was no exception. So, Richard made small but significant appearances within CP3D. During the Western Party in 2019, wanted posters were issued with Richard's photo on them.
So what is this over here? Wanted? Richard? Who's Richard? And there's a reward of 10,000 coins for him. Alright, and we want him alive, alright. That's pretty cool.
And then, during the Halloween party the same year, a shadow of Richard could be seen in the distance in the town. And then, during the first anniversary, Richard was a decoration on the back of the cake. He even appeared during the stage's construction as a missing poster. Richard had went missing, and the game was taking clear note of this. He was nowhere to be seen in-game, and hasn't since being removed during May of 2019. It was until the secret agents were developed that Richard became a serious character. The introduction of the PSA in CP3D was talked about amongst the staff, but we just didn't know how to introduce it. We got the idea to incorporate Richard into the PSA's discovery, so a cave entrance was then uncovered. During late February of 2020, players were notified of this new mysterious cave that led to a labyrinth of mazes. It had multiple items to collect within the maze that led to Richard's HQ. In his HQ were a number of significant important items in CP3D's history, such as the beta hat and an experimental penguins plush. Players were greeted with a computer that had a message from the director of the PSA, saying how Agent R, who is now Richard, has been missing. This was now official confirmation that Richard was a secret agent, and this event alone launched the PSA into the public, along with a manhunt for Richard. Now that Richard was a canon agent, he was now put into the lore of CP3D. As the water party grew closer, we had to incorporate Richard into it somehow. What if Richard was the reason the water party occurred? What if he was behind the island's flooding that caused the water party? So, during the second wave of the water party, players would load in the game to see a message from Gary on their spy phone, telling them to get to the HQ.
But anyways, I think you have already noticed that we have here our spy phone ringing. So, let's see who it is. Alright, so connecting. Alright, is it connecting to who? Agent G. Agent, we have an urgent situation. Head down to the HQ as soon as possible. Alright, well, this was quite unexpected. Let's go visit the headquarters of the PSA.
Gary would then send them on a mission to the pipeline to fix the water system of the island. Players would then enter through a hidden door behind the waterfall in the welcome room and go into the new room called the pipeline, a room of intricate and complex pipes that would lead to clues of Richard's appearance.
Clues around the pipe system, and I just found this. So there is some sort of image on the wall of a penguin floating with its eyes closed. Maybe it is meditating or something, I have no idea. There is also some cans of beans over there for some reason, and there is this thing over here that I'm pretty sure, yes, we can pick this up. Alright, so I guess this is the clue that we were looking for. So now let's go back
and then find a door leading to the engine room. There, you need to do 3 puzzles to fix the water system. After fixing the water system, you would then get an engineer medal. As of now, that is all we know about Richard. The story is still ongoing, and this video could be outdated soon. Despite that fact, I wanted to talk about the Richard model itself, off script. So this is the Richard model, also known as the first CP3D penguin model, and there's not much to talk about when it comes to this model because it's not that interesting. I modeled it off of a Penguin Chat player 3D model screenshot, and I basically based it off of that screenshot, and it was known for being quite sad looking, quite mundane looking, and we changed it later on, but this was the actual player model for some time. So yes, this is the Richard model, and it did have 2 pupils, which is kind of interesting because usually the Club Penguin art has just one big eye, kind of like a big Sonic eye with 2 pupils. But it's very interesting, the model, and I'm very intrigued that it garnered so much attention later on in CP3D's life as the Richard model, I guess. But yeah, not much to say about this model other than it's the Richard model, and this is now known as Richard, and I never expected that it would be known as that. I just thought it was the old, very sad-looking penguin. But now this has taken an identity of its own, and now this is Richard. So that's all I gotta say about this. The future for Richard is unknown for now, but I hope that this video sheds some light on who he is for some people that were a bit confused. Thanks for watching, and waddle on.